The notification came through at 9:12 p.m. Garage door opened. The problem? My husband was standing right in front of me, holding a drink and laughing at our neighbors, and the garage door that opened wasn't ours. That was the moment I stopped being a wife and started becoming a witness. My name is Lauren Carter. I'm 38 years old, and until 3 months ago, I believed I had the kind of marriage people in our Atlanta suburb quietly envied. My husband, Derek, is a commercial real estate broker, confident, charming, the guy who remembers birthdays and tips too much at restaurants. We've been married 11 years. 2 kids, a golden retriever, matching SUVs in the driveway. The illusion was airtight. But I work in cybersecurity compliance, mostly remote, which means I notice patterns. And about 4 months ago, the pattern started shifting. Derek suddenly had late client dinners twice a week. He started going to the gym at 5 a.m., bought new cologne, and began guarding his phone like it contained nuclear codes. I didn't accuse him. I observed. Then 3 weeks ago, our neighbor Vanessa mentioned something strange at a block party. She laughed and said, "I swear I saw Derek's car near Midtown last Thursday night." Small world. I smiled. Derek had told me he was in Dallas that night. I said nothing. Instead, I checked our shared vehicle app. His car had indeed been in Midtown, parked for 3 hours near a luxury condo building. I drove past that building the next afternoon. Concierge desk, private parking, cameras everywhere. Interesting. That's when I remembered something Derek had forgotten last year. He asked me to help install a smart garage system for his investment property. He never changed the admin credentials. I still had back-end access. So when that notification hit my phone during our neighbor's birthday party, garage door opened. I knew exactly which property it was. I excused myself from the patio, stepped into the quiet kitchen, and opened the live camera feed. The angle showed the inside of the garage. Derek's black Range Rover rolled in slowly. A woman stepped out of the passenger seat, blonde, tall, confident. She wasn't surprised to be there. She had a key. My husband walked around the car, placed his hand on her lower back, and they disappeared into the interior door leading upstairs. The time stomp was live. Meanwhile, outside, Derek was clinking glasses with our neighbors. Because he had left his phone in his jacket pocket on a patio chair and I was holding it. He'd told everyone he couldn't stay long because of an early flight. The audacity was almost impressive. My hands didn't shake. My heart didn't race. It was colder than that. Clearer. I took screenshots, recorded the feed, checked the property records I'd quietly pulled 2 weeks earlier. The condo wasn't an investment. It was purchased 6 months ago through an LLC registered solely in his name. 6 months. The same timeline his late meetings began. I walked back outside, handed him his phone with a smile, and kissed his cheek. "Don't forget your flight in the morning," I whispered. He grinned. "Wouldn't dream of it." Oh, I knew he wouldn't, because unlike Derek, I don't act without a plan. And that garage door notification? That wasn't the beginning of the end. It was the confirmation I'd been waiting for. I didn't confront him that night. I didn't cry, didn't scream, didn't throw a glass across the kitchen like the dramatic wives in streaming dramas. I did something far more dangerous. I got organized. By the time Derek kissed me goodbye the next morning for his flight to Chicago, I had already exported 3 months of vehicle location logs, copied the condo's purchase documents, and scheduled a meeting with a forensic accountant. See? Derek thought he was smarter than me because he sold buildings for a living. But I protect corporations from multi-million-dollar security breaches. Deception is just another system to audit. Over the next 2 weeks, I let him think everything was normal. I packed his gym bag. I texted him heart emojis. I even hosted Sunday brunch for our neighbors like nothing had shifted. Meanwhile, I dug deeper. The condo HOA had a public board portal. The blonde's name? Claire Whitman, 29. Interior designer. Not married. I found her business Instagram, and there it was. Subtle, but obvious once you knew where to look. A photo of a balcony view that matched the condo listing. A reflection in a wine glass. Derek S. watch. Same limited edition Rolex he'd claimed was in for servicing that weekend. I screenshotted everything, but I didn't stop there. Remember that smart garage system? It logged entry timestamps. Derek wasn't just visiting occasionally. He was there every Tuesday and Thursday. Sometimes Saturdays. Overnight, the kids thought. Daddy was on business. I thought about confronting him 100 times. Instead, I called an attorney, the best in Fulton County. I laid everything out. Video financial transfers from our joint account into the LLC. Hotel charges that matched Claire's tag locations. The attorney looked at me and said, "Lauren, this is airtight." Good, because I wasn't interested in revenge. I was interested in leverage. The moment came at our daughter's school fundraiser gala. Black tie. String quartet. Derek in a tux, charming donors like always. Claire was there too, I'd made sure of it. I anonymously sponsored a design award in her firm's name, guaranteeing her attendance. When she walked in and saw Derek across the ballroom with me on his arm, her smile faltered. He hadn't told her about the event. He hadn't told her about a lot of things. Halfway through the evening during the silent auction, I tapped my glass. Before we close tonight, I said sweetly into the microphone, "I'd like to thank my husband for his generous investment in local real estate this year." Polite applause. Derek stiffened beside me. I continued, specifically the beautiful Midtown condo purchased last fall. The one with the very reliable smart garage system. Silence. Spread like ink in water. Across the room, Claire went pale. Derek leaned toward me, whispering, "Lauren, what are you doing?" I smiled without looking at him, protecting my assets. Then I stepped down from the stage and handed him a folder. Divorce papers. Financial injunction. Custody proposal. His face drained of color the same way mine had weeks earlier in that kitchen. "You monitored me?" he hissed. "No," I replied calmly. "I verified you." By Monday, his firm's partners knew. Not because I blasted it online. I don't do chaos, but because financial misconduct tied to undisclosed property purchases raises compliance flags. He wasn't fired, but he was removed from partnership track. Claire left the condo within a week. Turns out she didn't know he'd transferred marital funds. As for me, I kept the house. Primary custody, and half of every commission that condo ever generates. The garage door still sends notifications. Only now it opens when the realtor shows it to potential buyers. And every time my phone buzzes, I'm reminded of something powerful. Betrayal is loud in the moment, but strategy is what echoes.